So let's look at some of the results, some of the ongoing counts. In the state of the House, first up, Laura, 76 needed for an outright majority for the government on their own. They're not far off, with 7 still undecided. So still a possibility that they will have a slim majority, Laura Jays, but a clear lead over Labor in terms of the number of seats in the House.
Absolutely. It looks like they will get there. We should say that our graphics here, our information is particularly cautious. You could probably put a few more of those seats in the blue column for the coalition. These are the cliffhanger seats that will be counted today. And some of these seats, there's only a few hundred votes in it. As you can see there, these Bass, Boothby, Chisholm, Cowan, Lilly, all still being counted. It is getting up to near 80% counted, but the Liberals are ahead in 3 of those, Bass, Boothby and Chisholm. Also in Wentworth. Wentworth ahead now by almost 2,000, 1,751. I think Wentworth, you could almost say, I reckon Dave Sharma will get close to declaring that one today, Kieran.
Yeah, indeed. Let's look at Macquarie, one of those seats which really came out of the blue, which tends to happen when there's an upset win, and Macquarie in the Blue Mountains just not willing to buy the shortened vision for Australia, like so many places around the country, just reacting badly to that. And I guess reiterating to that point that we made before, Laura, with, you can have an unpopular leader, but maybe not an unpopular leader with a sweeping agenda. And it's a similar story in Chisholm, although Labor just ahead in Chisholm. It was one that they should have won pretty clearly, to be honest, when they were hoping Victoria would be their state. This is a good example as to why it wasn't, because they just didn't get the swings big enough to win that handful of seats in Victoria. Yeah, there's just 166 votes in it in Chisholm. So the counting will resume today. That will be one to closely watch. But look, I think the Labor Party will probably get this one back, but Liberal Party still not writing this one off at this stage. It just shows you that, well, the polls were wrong, weren't they, Kieran? Oh, absolutely. And that's part of the post-mortem, isn't it? Not just for Labor, but for broadly the polling, internal polling and public polling.